We're into the Ladbrokes Lab for a look at the $1 million railway stakes over the 1,600 metres at Ascot, and it's the only Group 1 race of the weekend. Mitho, welcome to the lab.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. I've been jiggy on the spot for days, knowing that I could fill in for Cam. Do I get to go to the settle grid?
No.
Can I play with the...
No, track condition
what
first, please.
First?
And it's got nothing to do with what the weather's going to be like. We know it's going to be nice here at Ascot. It always is in Perth.
It is a bit of a tricky start, though, Ascot.
It is, yeah. And we haven't been into the lab as far as Ascot goes in the past. So 1,600 metres, short run to the first turn. Yep. Barrier draw's important. But they do have that beautiful long run down the back straight to get into positions. Relatively tight turn. And then a beautiful long straight there at Ascot. No, barrier draws first.
Need to settle.
Barrier draws first. What about these big guns? They're drawn beautifully.
This is the field with the emergency in. Obviously, an emergency out, 16 run. Look, fantastic for the favourite to draw three. Can end up anywhere, Western Empire. Nominal favourite, and perhaps the challenger drawn okay as well.
And what about no horses won the railway from barrier 3, but we've got an odds-on favourite there this year?
Isn't that a quirk? Never before has a winner come from 3, but Kiss on All Four Cheeks drawn down in 1, lovely for it as well. Is it settle grid time
yes,
now?
Okay.
Come on, Ads, give us a go. I've been bursting at the seams, and this is why. I've been wanting to play noughts and crosses with you and Cam. Your go. What about a bit of hangman?
No,
maybe?
Look, that's not quite what we do here. I'm just going to bring some sensibility back to this. I need you to calm down a bit and tell me.
Well, it is a Group 1 race. We've got to get a bit serious.
Where is Western Empire going to be? Drawn 3. Unlike a lot of the Bob Peters and Grant and Alana Williams horses, it's got the ability to race closer to the pace. So, Kiss on All Four Cheeks, Massimo up front there. Does he just drop in a couple of pairs back off the pace?
Well, I see you've got a lovely little gap there. It'll be a great ride if Willie can avoid the rail, because I think that's going to be important.
They'll be trying to push him down.
They will. They'll be trying to dictate. They'll know that he won't want to go to the front. So if he can get there or even here, fantastic spot for Western Empire. But I've got a little worry that down on the fence you go, Willie, and snookered for a bit of luck coming up to the bend.
All right, press the market index there for us and I'll tell you where the money's been, and it's pretty simple.
Yep.
Straight to the top. Yep. Avalanche job.
Yeah.
Certainly better than $2 before the draw came out. $1.85-ish straight after. Now into $1.75. Kiss on All Four Cheeks. Chris Parnham rides. Of course, he's the other top jockey over there. He was upbeat when we spoke to him on a head-to-head earlier on in the week. And Massimo, little bit of interest around it, the on-pacer. Valor Road right out now to $19. But what is your play on the race?
Well, I just looked at all that and thought there was a fair bit of value. And I reckon if you can pluck a first 4, I'm getting a bit exotic.
Need a screenshot of this to remember it all.
Nice and early. Look, it's $360 if you want to box the 6. But I'd be playing around KC. I reckon tremendous value, KC. And probably just a bit of a sleeper run last start in the Lestier. Best sectionals late, fastest last 600 of the race. Just could see running a big race. Play around KC, you'll get the first 4 with those numbers.
Well, you'd hope so, you've got that many there, but I couldn't be more against you here. I think this is a sit and steer job, Western Empire. Stunning. Could have won by 10 lengths last start. I think it's a matter of how far in the railway. Are you with Western Empire or against him? Leave it in the comments below. It's another $1 million race up there in New South Wales, this time at Kembla Grange near Wollongong. 1,600 metres the distance, and are we going to have a wet track?
Well, that is the all-important. There's plenty of rain predicted up until race time, up to 15-20 mils. So, big roomy track though. How do you see the layout?
Yeah, it's interesting. They're going to start from the top of the back straight there. So it's not a long run to the turn, but against that Mitho, it's a beautiful big sweeping bend and a long home straight. And just on the track, soft 6, 15 mils forecast. Maybe soft 7 or worse, so just keep an eye on that as we get closer to it.
Well, I mean, barrier draws on those sweeping tracks, wide track, aren't always important, but it's worth noting that, Arameo, just a little sticky there from 14. J-Mac, maybe some magic required.
Yeah, of course, we've got the 20 here, but 4 of those won't run, being the emergencies. You're right there, but then you have a look at Counter Rupee, drawn out wide. Now, it's an on-pacer. We know that Brock Ryan will be pushing forward, and let's have a look at that settle grid.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my favourite part of the day, when we get to play with the settle grid, and I just thought I'd pay a little ode to Peter V'landys. It's going to be a magnificent trophy, and that's as good a gong as I can draw, I reckon. That's a fantastic gong.
I know you're enjoying
the
getting into
time-honoured
the
gong.
lab. Well, look, not your best work anyway. Let's get rid of that and get down to some serious writing, because I want to know where Arameo is going to be. Wait. Counter Rupee, I think, will end up on the speed there. A Tissue just off the pace, stalking them, but where does J-Mac get from the wide draw in Arameo?
Well, a Tissue is interesting. Got cluttered up in the Golden Eagle and didn't really get a lot of luck. Is it another case of bad luck job for a Tissue? We'll find out. But Arameo, I just think that J-Mac, if he just bides his time, he's got 400 metres down that back stretch before they come to that first sweeping bend. If he just drops in nicely, 3 wide cover, that's the perfect spot for Arameo and J-Mac, and got the Group 1 form as opposed to the Golden Eagle form, 4-year-old form. This is real class. 2 starts ago, ran second in Epsom. That's good form.
Yeah, it certainly is, but it's interesting. If you pop the market up there for us, you'll see they're actually going away from the Arameo form at a stronger level, because Counter Rupee, although a little easy, $3 out to $3.60, crunch, a Tissue, $10 open into $6. Arameo there out to $7.50.
I wouldn't be leaving out Berdebeck either at the $21.
Really?
Yeah, I know 2,300 back to 1,600, perhaps a query, but dive back into the form. Last time this horse came back from 1.5 miles to a mile, won the Rolly Mile, and John O'Shea stable absolutely white hot on fire. So
19 out to $21. Okay, what's your play?
I'm going to have $10 on Berdebeck, but my maximum win bet will be on Arameo. I just think some J-Mac magic coming up to the corner. I'm going to be wanting to be with J-Mac and Arameo.
I'm not as confident as you on this race, but I do think a Tissue can bounce back, just sitting off them, stalking, finishing really strongly late. That's our thoughts on the Gong. How do you see it? Leave it in the comments below.